All right, we're going with this. Go live. I'll make sure this is right. Left and right.
I think you're good. You're on.
Flick the sound on.
See? 2 viewers.
There's no sound. Welcome to the week 7. Can you believe it's week 7 already, Matt? My goodness, what's been going on? Fantasy football pregame show. Still not hearing sound.
No sound, I don't think.
Let us know in the chat if the sound is on or off. We think we got no sound. And we lost our only viewer. So
there probably is no sound. That's what happens when you start early.
There should be sound. I mean, there was sound on the thing. This thing has sound. See, the sound's picking up.
Yeah.
Might be the TV volume is muted.
Possibly. All you viewers, let us know if there's sound.
Nope. Technical difficulties.
Can you hear us? One viewer.
Yeah, leave something in the chat if you can hear us. Because we're pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, because usually we can hear the sound, right?
We can't usually hear ourselves.
No, but usually I mute this, so when they turn it on, should be sound. I mean, it is picking it up.
It was flashing red.
Yeah, I just turned. Sitting on the football. This is a good start to the show this week. If you're in the chat, you can hear us. Let us know, because we don't think we have sound right now.
Yeah. Hi, I'm here. Oh, that's Kevin.
Hey, can you hear the sound, man?
Can you hear us?
Write it down on a piece of paper, Matt. Come on. Hey, Kevin, welcome to the show.
Oh,
Can
he
you hear
hears
us?
us, yeah.
Okay, so then I guess there's just an issue with this thing being stupid. So, all right, good stuff. Let's get right to it. It's week 7. How did this happen? I feel like yesterday was just week 2, but it's week 7. We are in the thick of things, and let's talk some ranking gaps. Matt, you haven't seen any of these today, so this is all going to be a surprise for you.
Woo.
And we're going to start with Danny Dimes, who you think is ranked 17th. Why? State your case for Danny Dimes.
There's 16 better quarterbacks.
There are not. There are maybe 10, 11, 12, or 13 better quarterbacks, but he's a borderline starter. Even with Sterling Shepard out, yeah, we are definitely delayed, Kevin. We've done everything we can to shorten the delay. It used to be 30 seconds. I think it's down to 15 seconds now, so that's a win for us. I really haven't found any way around it. Danny Dimes is a borderline start. Even without Sterling Shepard, he is going to ball out against this terrible Arizona team.
Feels like a Saquon game.
It could be, but he's probably going to catch a couple touchdowns.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, you're a liar. Let's move on to the next one, and this is a way better one because this is one of my ballsy sits of the week, and that's Aaron Rodgers. I have him ranked 13th against Oakland. Does that include what?
Does that change knowing that MVS and
No, if anything, it makes it worse because those guys aren't going in healthy.
I forgot.
If Alan Lazard was playing, why don't you tell us about the actives and inactives real quick for the Green Bay game?
Well, Geronimo Allison and MVS are both playing.
So. And David Johnson is playing in the Arizona game. Matt didn't tell you that one. Come on, Matt. Get on your shit. Aaron Rodgers, I'm ranked 13th. He's outside a start for me. I don't think those guys are healthy. I think Allison died on Monday. How is he playing?
Yeah.
And MVS has been...
I'm surprised he's playing.
I agree. Boo Packers this week. It might be a Jamal Williams game, the lead running back in that backfield. We'll talk about Aaron Jones coming up next.
He's definitely not the lead.
He's definitely the half lead.
Yeah.
So I don't think any of those wide receivers are healthy. I'd actually have him higher. Well, no, I'd probably have him exactly where he is if it was only Alan Lazard. Because Alan Lazard is money. I like Lazard. I liked him coming out of college last year. He was my favorite big wide receiver who can get you first downs as a possession wide receiver and can catch you touchdowns. I like them more than Auden Tate. They were both similar style wide receivers. Auden Tate was ranked pretty high last year, actually. So
it's not a ringing endorsement.
It is not a ringing endorsement. He wasn't like a guy you were going to draft in the third round, but he was a fourth round pick. But he was better than a lot of the guys, like Jaleel Scott, who hasn't even made the field in Baltimore. Moving on, Dak Prescott. Matt, tell me why you hate Dak Prescott. You got him ranked 14th this week, while me and Mr. Black have him 6th and 8th.
Yeah, that was more when I thought Cooper wasn't playing. But Cooper playing is obviously going to help him out quite a bit.
All right, so you got excuses today.
That secondary is bad.
And
their whole line is back. It seems like it'd be better to. But again, I wouldn't start him over Rodgers or anybody like that.
Oh, I would definitely start him over Rodgers.
I know you would.
Let's move on. Jacoby Brissett.
Lots of quarterbacks this week.
Yep. Yeah, we had none last week, I think.
Yeah.
So, why is Chad laughing?
There was sound the entire time. Thanks for letting us know, Chad.
And that's why Chad's laughing, because Matt farted while there was no sound. Jacoby Brissett, I have him ranked 10th. You have him ranked 16th. And Mr. Black has him ranked 19th. Why are you guys wrong? Because I know I'm right. Jacoby Brissett is going to be money against this Houston defense.
Yeah, no, bad D. But they're going to be split. Jacoby hasn't really done a whole lot.
He's the 9th best quarterback in fantasy right now.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot.
No.
That's a starter. You still don't believe in Jacoby Brissett. That's fine. This will be your last week not believing. Let's
he did
move
nothing
on.
against Kansas City.
That was the game plan, though. That's the game plan. You can't put that on him.
Oh, I will.
Jimmy G, Matt, explain to me why you're starting Jimmy G in that bad weather game in San Francisco.
Yeah, the weather thing just came out. Washington's horrible defense.
Who's Olga?
That's Kevin's girlfriend.
Oh.
MB Curl's girlfriend.
Congratulations on Manitoba Curl on getting some.
Yeah, they're having a baby in...
So you're saying Jimmy G is no longer a starter for you. That's Jimmy Garoppolo, not Jimmy Graham.
No, I think he's still startable for sure.
Debo's out, right? And I bought that Debo jersey this week, so I do love Marquise Goodwin, but that's about it.
Playing.
George Kittle is good. I'll give you that.
There you go.
All right. Carlos Hyde, moving away from the quarterbacks because Matt doesn't want to defend any of his picks. Houston running back, Carlos Hyde. I have him ranked 35th. Matt, you and Mr. Black are in love with him this week and have him as 22 or 23. Basically a starter, 2 running back leagues. How? Last week was just a mirage. This is not going to happen again. It's a split in that backfield. They're going to need to pass. They're not running that much. You can't really bank on this.
Don't be embarrassed, Olga.
Hi, Olga. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. And thanks for doing what no other woman will do and hanging out with Kevin. Let's talk back Carlos Hyde. Got to stick it to Kevin because Matt said he said some bad words on the show earlier this year. So if that was not true, blame Matt for those comments. Carlos Hyde, it was a mirage last week. It's not going to happen again. I don't see how he's must start. You have him higher than Frank Gore. Come on, man. Why do you believe in Carlos Hyde so much this week?
It feels like a running game. Indy's run defense isn't... Well,
Darius Leonard is back.
Darius Leonard is back.
He is back from the ashes and in my lineup.
It'll definitely help. But he's still going to I still think he's going to get about 20 carries.
He will not. He might get 15 at most. And that's if they're winning by a lot. Carlos Hyde is not...
That'd be a tight game.
Do not start Carlos Hyde. He's terrible. Devin Singletary, I have him ranked 19th. First time watched here. Okay, so you lied. You said he was the one who said those comments, the mean comments that we had to block, because Matt said you're that type of person, Kevin. I apologize. Thanks for tuning in. Go Titans, right? We don't have Corey Davis this week.
No Corey Davis back there.
First time watcher. You were fine the first time. There's no reason to keep going. We appreciate you coming, Kevin. We like you more than Chad now. Devin Singletary is definitely a start for me. I think that the only issue I have with him is if he's not 100% healthy and they're winning by a lot, they're going to sit him down. Yeah. But
I think it's more of a
he won't get the garbage time carries, but out of the gates, I think he's going to fly out there and just go and get like 80 quick yards. Yeah, go Tannehill. And so I like him. Why do you have him outside the start range? You got him 36. Like, there's no 3 wide receiver or 3 running back sets.
No, I just think it feels like a Frank Gore type game. You don't really know. I think he's going to play the second fiddle. He was getting like 5 or 6 carries before he got hurt.
But he's getting 100 yards on those 5 or 6 carries, so he's that much better than Frank Gore.
Oh, he's better. But
yeah, I think if he's going to hit, he's going to hit early and then get out of the game when they're up by a bit. But I think he has a half to do his thing. So I understand your point, so I won't chastise you too much. But let's talk about Aaron Jones. We're all over the place on this Aaron Jones ranking. Mr. Black has him number 5, which is insane. Matty Nice, or Marty as he's called by his friends, is ranked number 18, and I have him 26. So let's talk about Aaron Jones. The Jamal Williams rankings, by the way, 32 for me, 30 for you, and way deeper for Mr. Black, which makes sense because he thinks Aaron Jones is getting all of the touches. He's not. This is a split. Matt, let's talk Aaron Jones.
Okay, well, the 4-touchdown game was 2 weeks ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really forget about that. He was the
young
bell guy back the first couple weeks. He's got a lot more talent than Jamal Williams.
By like this much. On a scale from here to the ceiling.
This much.
From here to the ceiling.
The only thing that Jamal Williams is better at is pass blocking, and Aaron Jones is working on that. But I did move Aaron Jones down quite a bit from where I normally have him.
Which is around the top 10.
Yeah. At 18. Because
so you're still saying you should start him.
I would still start him, but don't expect the RB1 performance that you were.
Oakland's run defense, number 8 against the run. I have him outside. He's a high flex for me in a standard league. To me, this is a split. It's a 50-50 split. It will be proved this week, and you will never, ever, unless they have a really great matchup, have him and Jamal Williams more than 10 spots away going forward.
This is also, we were thinking it's going to be more of a run-happy offense today because
that's what the offense has been all week or all year.
There wasn't supposed to be any wide receivers playing today.
True, and that's why we have Aaron Rodgers as a ballsy sit. That's coming up later. Stay tuned.
You keep bringing it up now.
I know. But let's move on to Latavius Murray, the most talked about player since Friday. I have him 25th. Did you not update the ranking, or are you?
Not after Kamara went out, no.
Yeah, okay, so we'll just skip by him. He's a borderline starter.
I wouldn't move him tons from that. Though.
No, he's not great. Like, this is a tough defense, even though they're 13th against the run. We do have to talk about Latavius Murray, regardless of the rankings. I have him 25th. I think 25th to 30th is where he should be. He's not an auto start, but he's going to be good. I'd rather start him in standard than I would in PPR because I don't see him catching more than 2 or 3 balls. So those extra 3 points probably won't go a long way, and those 20 yards probably won't do much for you. Is he probably going to be over 100? No, he's probably going to be under 100 total yards, but he's probably going to be in the high single digits in the standard league. Like, I see him being 70, 80, 90 yards.
And he might get a touchdown. Like, they might get down there.
They might, but this is a low-scoring offense. Actually, Michael Thomas is the player we're going to talk about a little bit later on, who I have ranked really low, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, Latavius Murray, if you don't have another option, he's an okay start, especially in the flex and the standard league. Yeah. He's a good start there. In your starting lineup, you should have better running backs. James White, Matt, why the James White hate? You got him at 29. Me and Mr. Black have him at 20 and 21. And that's PPR rankings for the first time ever on the show.
Yeah.
We got some PPR rankings. Because you were way off on the standard ranking, so I was like, well, I don't want to embarrass you too much, so I decided to get the PPR ranking.
What was he on standard? He probably has a couple spots.
Yeah, he was like 33, and we didn't have much like lower. But the thing is, James White is a PPR play. Like, he's not a guy you're happy to start in a standard league, but in a PPR, you're like, let's start James White every week. But so why are you saying don't start him this week?
He's like touchdown dependent almost.
But Josh Gordon's out.
Josh Gordon is out.
Julian Edelman isn't going to be playing the slot. Apparently, Jacoby Meyer plays the slot now when Josh Gordon is out. And I heard some random name that I never heard of, like Quinton something is going to be the third wide receiver.
Dorsett might play.
Okay, well, either way, he doesn't have those reliable wide receivers, so he's going to throw it. Just be like, hey, James, it's a James White game.
It's a flex play.
James
I still
White.
wouldn't feel comfortable with him.
Not a high flex.
Medium.
Start James White in 2 running back leagues. Don't even flex him. Put him in the lineup. Moving on, DeAndre Hopkins. We all have him at number 1 this week. We need to talk about him because he hasn't been number 1 at all. Why are we going to keep doing this?
Oh, okay.
Chad's Jack Daniels stat. That will definitely get you. We'll put the show is brought to you by Chad Coleman's Jack Daniels sign if you bring that sign over. I don't know if you guys can see, but we got some mic stands in the back. So the podcast is going to be off the hizzy, as the cool kids say. Dr. Clutch, welcome back. Always a pleasure to have you. Thanks for tuning in. What's your questions this week? Or have I answered them all week for you? Let's get back to the program. DeAndre Hopkins, is this the last week we all have number 1? If he doesn't perform this week, is it time to be like, hey, DeAndre Hopkins, guess what? You're number 7 now.
Probably not quite that low, but he'd probably stay in the
top 5. Not number 7? That's not even low. That's in the top 10.
Yeah, he stays top 5 anyway. He's going to do it. We know he's going to do it. It's coming.
And I have him in my DFS lineup, and I will put him in there until he blows up. And I've cashed, should be 3 weeks in a row, but Aaron Rodgers decided, let's just give the ball to Aaron Jones. So the Aarons screwed me out of 3 straight cashes because I missed about 3 points that one time. Yeah. I didn't need much. I just needed Aaron Rodgers to throw for 75 more yards. Come on, man. Darnold has an amazing schedule coming up. Should I pick him up to play for the injured Mahomes next week? No. I know this because I posted on Twitter.
I think Cousins has a really good...
Cousins, Josh Allen, and there's another one. I'm just pulling up my Twitter right now. I don't know how to use Twitter that well. I usually have Matt do this for me.
He has Rivers already.
I don't think Rivers has a good matchup.
But he says Darnold's schedule.
Okay, Kirk Cousins at Washington, at KC. Josh Allen versus Philadelphia versus Washington. Jimmy Garoppolo versus Carolina at Arizona. Those are some nice starts. I don't know Rivers' schedule.
I don't know the Jets' schedule, honestly.
The Jets. Let's just look. NFL schedule. Dr. Clutch, why you got to come with the tough questions where we got to look stuff up every week? But just kidding. We appreciate you coming in, man. Let's take a look at this. My good friend Google. I actually know the guy personally.
Let's see. The Jets have coming up
at
Jacksonville and at Miami.
I get Jalen, Ramsey's not there.
Giants.
That's 2 road games.
What, the Dolphins, Giants?
Oh, I guess the Giants one isn't really a road game. It's in New York, but I'm sure there's more Giants fans than Jets fans. At
Miami versus the Giants.
No. That's in week 10, though. Oh, is there Miami 9?
Miami's 9. Giants 10. Washington 11.
I would not grab him for next week, but actually, you know what? Here's what I would do. Okay, Jimmy G and Josh Allen are both picked up by other teams. Oh, did we check Rivers' schedule? No, you didn't. Come on, Matt. You had one job.
That was looking up the Jets' schedule, which I did.
Poorly.
Back me up, Chad.
Chad's not listening anymore. He's had enough of your BS. Chargers at Bears, that's terrible. That's next week.
Yeah.
So you need somebody for next week. Is Kirk Cousins available?
I'm guessing not if those 2 are gone.
Well, no, those guys are higher owned than Kirk Cousins right now. Allen's close, but I'm pretty sure that Jimmy G is higher, or maybe it's the other way around. And then Rivers gets the Packers, who have a good pass D.
Yeah, that is a bad schedule for Rivers.
And then the Raiders, so it's nothing great for Rivers.
I knew Elliott was playing the Packers.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Packers. Packers suck. Football talking.
5-1.
Yeah, not Aaron Rodgers though. Yes, he is. I don't know what that means.
That's to his cousin's gone.
Okay. Yeah, then I guess Darnold is your best bet. I mean, there's nothing else out there. So if those three guys are gone, then I go with Darnold because you don't want to start Rivers against the Bears. That's for sure. Especially if it's at Chicago, I think. So that's not only at the Windy City, it's also an early game, probably. I didn't confirm that, for a West Coast team. So that's not a good start. So yes, pick up Sam Darnold. You could probably drop Rivers for him because nobody's going to pick up Rivers after the Bears game. You can pick him back up. And honestly, once Mahomes comes back, other than the bye week, you're not going to need another quarterback because it's Mahomes all the time. I put it up for you. I almost bought a second one last night. Maybe you were bidding on it too, but it went up a little bit too high.
I meant, Cousins is a free agent. There's your pickup.
Yeah, he has Washington next week.
Washington and...
Pick up Cousins for next week.
Not Miami, but somebody bad.
It's Casey.
Okay.
Who looked good on Thursday, but that was against Flacco. And Cousins is like 2 times better than Flacco at most.
Yeah. Not a ton better, but that's bad. Yeah.
Bring the Corey Davis jersey back. If Corey Davis has a good game, we'll put him up there. And we're going to talk about Corey Davis in a bit. Let's move on here. Kiki Kuti. This is the weird one to put up. I have him ranked 40th, and I'm the highest of everybody. I want to know why you're not believing in him at all.
You're not at 40 either.
Well, but he's slowly creeping up there. Why is he still
Kenny Stills is back.
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear was Kenny Stills' name on the live show, and that's why I put Kiki Kuti on the list. Just don't like the Vikings.
Yeah, me neither, but I still
in
pick him up.
fantasy, you gotta do what you don't want to do, which is why
I have Cousins
happy
starting
to
in a couple
pick up
leagues.
Tyreek Hill, even though he's my least favorite player. I hate him so much. DJ Chark. Matt, this is both of us here. DJ Chark ranked 12th by Mr. Black. Consensus is 13, but we're way down at 26-24. I don't see where this love comes from.
Because he's like wide receiver like 5 or 6 overall.
I don't care. That's not going to keep happening.
No,
We've told you this before. DJ Chark is a sell candidate. Get rid of him. His talent level is pretty high. His quarterback's talent level is not that high. He's going to have some bad games, and he's going to fall. If you can sell him now, sell him for something. DJ Chark is an okay start. There's nothing wrong with starting him, but you should have better wide receivers, especially in 2 wide receiver sets. He shouldn't be starting 2 wide receiver sets for me. He's borderline for you, but even still, you should have better wide receivers than that. Unless your guys are on a bye, then okay, I get it. He's an okay start.
You know what? I can see why people are putting him in, though. He's just doing it every week right now.
He had, 40 yards last week?
Yeah, no, we feel like he's going to... We've talked about him.
That was against New Orleans, right? And this week he gets Cincinnati, which has been actually pretty good, but that's just because people run all over them.
Yeah.
So, Fournette game. Chark starting, and I'm kind of excited to see how he does this week against the Bengals. Don't be. He's going to disappoint you. I'm putting my stamp on it. DJ Chark, no touchdown, under 70 yards. 80, 90. Moving on, we got Tyler Boyd, another one where we're both low on. I have him 20. I have him both high on this time. So flip flop. I have him 8th. You have him 10th, but his consensus is 20th. So he's consensus 8 spots lower than DJ Chark, but we have him higher. 15 spots higher plus than DJ Chark. Is this the last week we believe in Tyler Boyd? If he doesn't do this week, it's time to say you know what? AJ Green's probably coming back. Didn't you trade Waller to him? He did. I'm pretty sure he traded Waller to him because he had Disley. But yeah, check out the Will Disley Dynasty value if you're in Dynasty Leagues. Matt, is this the last week we trust Tyler Boyd?
He's been fairly consistent, I think.
No, I think he had 3 catches last week,
yeah.
And then 3 catches the week before that for nothing. He's had 2 bad weeks out of 3.
He got some good news with AJ Green is out for longer than expected, though.
Well, we all knew that. AJ Green can't stay healthy. And he should be traded as well. There's no reason to keep him on the team.
Yeah, but they're...
You know where he's going to go?
Packers?
Yep. That's where he's going. And you're going to be buying an AJ Green Packers jersey.
I don't think so, but...
Well, I will. His name is Green. The jersey's green. How could you not buy it?
Because he's only there for this week.
He picked up Waller from free agent. So somebody else had that Waller-Disley thing where they traded Waller for something. So Tyler Boyd, get it done this week. So we have to stop defending you, man. You're good. We know you're good. Do your thing. Brandon Cooks, this is all me. I have him ranked number 4.
Wow.
You have him ranked
14th,
and Mr. Black is ranked 16th. I'm ranked for number 4 for one reason only. It's that time of the year where I'm going with this. He's due. He is so due. He's overdue. It's going to be his game today. I like him more than... Actually, I think I have Cooper Kupp at like 3. I really like the Rams receivers this week. It's unbelievable how bad this Falcons secondary is, this defense is. I said on the podcast, which you should have watched. If you didn't, go back and watch it. Forget about watching football today. Watch the podcast. That's more important. And I said all 3 of the wide receivers could have 100 in touchdown. Unlikely. I'm sure it'll be something like 140 and 2 touchdowns for Cooks, 130 and a touchdown for Kupp, and 87 yards, but 8 catches for Robert Woods. I had Njoku, then O.J. Howard, then Will Disley, and now Noah Fant. Oh, yeah, sorry about that, Noah Fant. He was looked at, though, and he dropped a few balls that he should have had. They weren't terrible throws, and I'm a little concerned about Noah Fant's hands. Those are, I know he's diving for some of those catches, but he should have made some of them. And all those passes were, 20-plus yard plays, so that's 2 points that he's dropping. And if you're playing PPR, it's 3 points that he's dropping. So... maybe they're just not maybe that's not his strength, catching diving passes. Maybe he's more of
that's
let me box people out. Tight ends aren't usually diving catch guys, but if you ever watch J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, that's his strong suit, diving catches. So that's why I think he can play tight end. But back to Brandon Cooks, who I have really high. He's just overdue. It's time, Brandon Cooks. Does he even have a touchdown this year? I think he has one, maybe.
Yeah, he has a touchdown.
He doesn't have a big game. This is the one. This secondary is garbage. He's healthy. He's going to sprint right by them.
Yeah, they could all have really good days. They really could.
But now let's go to Robert Woods, who Matt apparently hates. You have him at 22.
Still starting.
That's fine, but that's not a good start. I have a 10.
No,
I have all 3 Rams wide receivers in the top 10.
That's a little excessive.
It is, but I'm all aboard, and I think I have Jared Goff as the DFS quarterback.
If Gurley has any sort of day at all, they're all not being top 10.
Gurley's not doing anything.
Well, he is active.
He is active, sure, but he's not doing anything.
Malcolm Brown is inactive.
Darrell Henderson, we're going to talk about him. No, we're not.
Darrell Henderson.
Apparently we're on wide receivers already. I thought Darrell Henderson was there, but I think it's just because I wasn't sure if Malcolm Brown was playing, so I didn't put him on the list. Darrell Henderson, better than Malcolm Brown the rest of the season, yes or no?
No.
I say yes. Get Darrell Henderson in your lineup. I don't know who to pick up now. Is Wilson going to be a huge replacement for Delsey? Hell no.
No.
The guy got cut by the Raiders, and I get they have Waller, but they didn't have Waller as he is now when they did that cut. And Waller just signed the big deal, but Waller's proved it. Wilson is not going to be anything.
No.
He's going to be below Jason Witten the rest of the season.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he's not... You need to make a trade. You do. It's unfortunate, but unless you have Njoku still in your lineup, you can bring him back, or... Fucking O.J. Howard. If you have O.J. Howard... You can keep plugging him in. I don't think you can do it with no fan now with that quarterback situation. I just don't think that team's going to be high scoring enough to be able to support more than just Carlos Sutton and the running backs this year at least. If Drew Lock comes in, I still don't think they're going to be good enough because I don't think Drew Lock is that good. So Noah Fant, I know I told you to grab him. It was a good matchup. He was looked at several times and he dropped. He could have had 85 plus in that game if he had made those catches. But no Fant, time for him to do what he did to the football. Drop him. You could probably find somebody.
Probably.
Yeah, you could stream. We streamed while we had Hunter Henry out, and even streamed while Hunter Henry played last week because somebody forgot to put him in.
I wasn't forgetting. I thought he was going to get 15 snaps.
Yeah, well, he got 2 touchdowns.
He did. We still won.
Dropped 0 1 week, so I dropped immediately. That's a little bit of an overreaction, but I understand the O.J. Howard situation isn't good. They're saying they're not trading him either, so tight ends are the block, right, Bruce?
Yeah.
Moving on.
It's cut me off guard calling me Bruce.
All right, Bruce. Julio Jones. We all have a number 2.
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey's playing.
Yeah.
No fear?
Not really.
I mean, the rankings were up before it was put up that he was going to play.
But I would still take Julio.
Stills.
Jalen Ramsey.
Don't mention Stills on this podcast, on this show, all right? Stills, Corey Davis, Gallman. Why is Gallman even an option?
Yeah.
Drop Gallman already, Chad. Daryl Henderson spelt improperly. Some slim pickings for last flex spots. Thoughts.
That's
Have
a different
Davison
Daryl
right
Henderson.
now. That's a different Daryl
I'm just
Henderson.
kidding.
It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. What about Jimmy Graham? I'm still okay with Jimmy Graham. Matt, the Packers fan, is not okay with Jimmy Graham. Why
Drop
don't you
way
give
too
your...
much.
He no offense it too much, man.
Yeah.
Just
For Chad there, was that PPR?
do you think Chad plays in a PPR league?
I think he does. But
I don't think it matters. I think it's Corey Davis regardless. Like, none of those other guys are even close. Like, I know you...
Henderson's okay.
Henderson is not okay.
He's okay.
He's not... Gurley's back, and Gurley was complaining about not getting enough touches.
They're going to limit Gurley a bit.
Nope. Corey Davis, it's not close.
15 touches.
Unless you're going to say Kenny Stills, it's not. It's Corey Davis. Corey Davis is one of my ballsy starts to the week that we're going to get to eventually. Might not have time.
No, probably not.
Let's wrap this up. No fear, Jalen Ramsey, Julio Jones still a must start, but
Well,
could make the ballsy sit list. We're not going to talk about Marvin Jones because I don't care. Zay Jones is a ballsy start for me, so let's just get into the ballsy starts here. Zay Jones is a ballsy start. This one isn't PPR. It's still Corey Davis for me. Ebron and Doyle are both available, but they're so up in the air.
Yeah.
Ebron is the better one, and he is better than Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, I would go Ebron over Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, so grab him. I know you already started no offense this week. Sorry again.
For Zay Jones here, probably their best wide receiver that's playing.
I have him 30 seconds, so he's like, to me, this is just like a shot in the dark. Like, there's nobody else there. Zay Jones was a second round talent, and there's nobody else there. So I'm thinking garbage time, as the Packers are going to destroy them today.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
I think it is. You don't have Tyrell Williams. This team isn't that good. I don't care what they did to the Bears. I know they're coming off the bye, but I think this is going to be a pretty like 31-17 game. I want to pick up Burton. No.
At the beginning of the year, we would have said yes.
Yeah, Trey Burton is dead, man. He died like 6 weeks ago. Don't even bother. Geronimo is playing, so we don't need to talk about Lazard. Marquise Goodwin is my...
It's all yours.
He is the ballsy start of the week. We are starting him in a lineup. Well, there's like 18 flex in that lineup, though, so that's why I'm able to get him. He's in my DFS lineup, in my good win lineup. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Breakout Davis week. He's also on this list. We're going to get to him right after Goodwin, but I got to talk about Goodwin. Washington gives up big plays. Week 1, Deshaun Jackson went off. He hasn't been healthy since. Week 2 or 3, Devin Smith had a big game. The deep threat wide receiver for the team playing against Washington, no Josh Norman today, which means it's going to be even better for him, is going to light it up. Marquise Goodwin is good for 2 to 4 like solid, like good weeks every year. That's about it. He's not a guy you want to start regularly, but he'll have his like 100 and a touchdown or 102 touchdown weeks, and then he'll have his like 3 for 40. I don't care about the rain. He can catch the deep ball. He's probably not going to get more than 4 catches, but 2 of those are going to be touchdowns, and they're going to be bombs. He's going to be over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. If you're ballsy, start Marquise Goodwin. Deebo Samuel also out today, so he gets more snaps. Dante Pettis is a terrible wide receiver. Do not start him. Marquise Goodwin.
Goodwin is their second best option outside of Kittle.
Ballsy start of the week. Well, other than the running backs. Ballsy start of the week. Marquise Goodwin. Now for a third ballsy start, Corey Davis, who Chadwick Coleman was talking about here. You have him ranked 37th. You still believe. Apparently it says that I have him 37th. That says you have him 37th. I didn't write that number right.
I don't think you're 37.
No, that's yours. Corey Davis has the opportunity for a breakout week because of the new quarterback.
Yep, 10-0.
And because of the thing is, the Chargers defense is really bad against the run. And I have Derrick Henry in at least one DFS lineup. Remember when Marlon Mack ran all over them in week 1? I haven't forgotten that, and that's why I'm starting him. Other people have forgotten him because it's not recency bias.
And Derrick Henry's not very good.
Derrick Henry is actually pretty good if he gets enough carries, but he needs to get those carries to get the momentum going. He's like the juggernaut. Like, the more carries he gets, the better his
He wears down the defense because he's just so big.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? If you give him 13 carries, you're going to get 36 yards. If you give him 25 carries, you're going to get 125 yards. It's like exponential the more carries you get him, but the coach hasn't figured that out. And the Packers coach didn't figure it out until like week 14 last week.
LaFleur?
Yeah. So
I was gonna say Jeff Fisher for the Titans, but that's
like 2001.
Vrabel. Mike Vrabel's their coach.
Same thing. Down to the last couple guys. No tight ends today. Tyler Lockett. Matt, why you have him so low at 21? I don't care if he's still a starter. That's way too low. We both have him in the top 10. This is going to be a high-scoring game. He's going to get his touches.
But he doesn't. He gets 5 targets a game.
And he catches every single one of them, and he gets 100 yards in the
gonna
touchdown. Did you see that touchdown catch? It was
I did.
Whoa, what a great catch.
That was a throwaway, and he got lucky and he caught it.
No, that was he's
Marlon Humphreys will be all over him.
Okay. We'll see. Michael Thomas, I have him 14th. You both have him in the top 5. He's the only weapon that they have, and the Bears are going to focus on. Who's the best Bears corner?
Kyle Fuller.
Isn't he pretty good?
He's pretty good.
So I think Michael Thomas is down for a down game. He's not on the Ballsy sits list, but he is. You can't sit him though. He's all they have. They're going to have to go to him, especially in PPR. He's probably going to get close to 10 catches, but his yardage is going to be really low. A lot of comebackers.
This rank was prior to Kamara being ruled out.
Yeah, that's true.
So he maybe drops a little bit, but yeah,
it's tough to sit. He's beyond Ballsy sit for me. Because he's going to get the volume. In a standard league, I could see him being a sit, but you'd have to have somebody that you know is going to go off. Not even DJ Chark. I would start him over DJ Chark, even if I was feeling ballsy. He's going to get close to 100 yards, and he's going to get close to 10 catches because that's what he does.
Yeah.
So you can't really sit him, but just lower expectations. Matt, Alshon Jeffrey, called him last week. He finished 9th last week, and you had him 13th, so you were way off.
What did you have him?
9th.
Yeah, right.
Or maybe 20-something.
Yeah.
So here we are again. Alshon, you have him 13th. Me and Mr. Black have him 21st, 22nd. Is it time for a bet?
I see him similar to what he did last week.
Is it time for a bet? That's the only reason he's on this list.
Is he going to be better than...
Well, we can set it. You got 13. I got 21.
Okay.
So what's in the middle there? 4 spots? 17.5?
Yeah.
I'm at 17.5.
You're... Okay. Yeah.
No, 16.5.
No, 17.
16.
17.5.
Got to be top 15 for you to be right. What are we betting? Food next week?
No, because you...
No Indian. Food next week?
Sure.
All right. Food choice next week. Food bet. Alshon Jeffrey, Matt says, will be a top 15 wide receiver. I say he'll be outside of the top 15. Standard? PPR?
Yeah, standard sign.
Standard's fine?
Yeah. This is the ranks we're talking about.
Yeah, but, Alshon Jeffrey isn't a good standard or PPR. He's either. He's just good.
He's good.
Yeah.
As long as he's not hurt.
And I'll be happy if he finishes there because I have him starting in our CBS league. Robbie Anderson, I have him 36. I'm not a believer yet. Patriots are going to take him away. He's the only, I know Bell is there, but Bell hasn't really done much. Bell gets his catches, Bell gets some yards, but Bell doesn't break open the game like Robbie Anderson did last week against the Cowboys with that big play.
So they're just going to have Gilmore on him? Is that what you're thinking?
I think they're going to have a safety over the top on him all game, and they're going to say, listen, we'll let Bell get his yardage because we're going to outscore the Jets. We're not worried about them having time of possession. We're going to outscore them, and we're going to take away the big plays so they can't come back. That's my thoughts. I'm not ready to put Robbie Anderson in. Same with Jameson Crowder, who I didn't put your rankings up for, but I'm pretty sure I had him ranked lower. I got distracted because his name was spelled wrong everywhere on the rankings. No E. I'm not ready to trust the Jets wide receivers. Give them a week, but I think this is a bad matchup.
Allen Robinson.
I actually think it's Golden Tate, man. I'm going to pull up the rankings. Chad doesn't play PPR, right? He hates PPR.
He said that on the standard, so... Well, if it's the same league, it might not be. But...
People play in more than one league?
Yeah, I play.
Allen Robinson, 18, 15, 25.
Golden Tate, you already missed him.
25.
Yeah, so it is Robinson for, I think, everybody.
It is Robinson for everybody, but it's a tough matchup. He's going to get that corner.
Marcus Lattimore.
Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah. Golden Tate might see Patrick Peterson.
That is true. But is Patrick Peterson ready?
Yeah.
Patrick Peterson's
He's
pretty
good
fast.
enough to cover Golden Tate,
yeah.
I'm sure.
You know what? Because of the Patrick Peterson comment, that's a really good point. I'll go Allen Robinson.
If Sterling Shepard was there, then it'd be a different story, I think. But
well, I actually have Golden Tate higher because Sterling Shepard's not there. It's not PPR though. That's the fact that it's not PPR. I can see Golden Tate having 8 for 45 yards, even with that shadow, right?
Maybe.
He can catch a lot underneath stuff. But Allen Robinson should be good for 60 plus.
Yeah, they might put
possibly
Peterson
score.
on Ingram, honestly.
I don't think they'll do that. It's Allen Robinson, but it's not as easy as you made it seem to be.
Nice.
Just because he's the only guy there. Anyways, it's time for the ballsy sits. So Zay Jones, Corey Davis. I'm going to say Auden Tate is another one of the ballsy sits here, or ballsy starts, along with Marquise Goodwin. So now, these are not guys you want to start, but if you're like, man, I don't have anyone good, and you're like, should I start? Name a receiver who's like half okay, like Golden Tate, right?
MVS.
Yeah, or MVS. Perfect name. I have MVS. Should I start him or Auden Tate? Are you ballsy? Because if you're ballsy, start Auden Tate. Here's some ballsy sits. Now these are way too ballsy. Except for one. One is pretty easy. Two is actually pretty easy. Number one, Joe Mixon. I mean, he hasn't done it, right? It's not really a ballsy sit. It's just more like it's time for you to sit. Aaron Rodgers, another ballsy sit, but it should be an easy one. He hasn't done it either. Time for you to take a sit. Amari Cooper. I don't think he's 100%, and I think he's going to be a distraction out there at best. So he's a ballsy sit. Like it's tough to sit a guy like Amari Cooper. But, I mean, is he actually going to be doing this thing? Like, he wasn't practicing until Friday. It's a bruise. You know he's playing through pain. He's not going to be the same guy. He's probably just going to take away coverage, and it's going to be a Gallup game or a Zeke game. But they're going to put him out there kind of like the Terrell Davis. Remember Terrell Davis and he went out there in the Super Bowl and had a headache and couldn't see?
Migraine, yeah.
Yeah, and they just go out there. We just need you out there to
just
distract
stand
you.
there, yeah.
Because if you're out there, they're going to react to you, and that's what Amari Cooper's going to do. Because Amari Cooper is a top 5
I like
wide receiver.
I like 1997 references.
Yeah, okay.
22 years ago.
Jesus, why do you have to say stuff like that? Last one, Melvin Gordon. He has squeaked about not getting the ball enough, but he's another guy where I just can't trust.
Can't trust this.
We got 10 minutes for the Sunday Showdown. Think we'll pull it off?
Yeah.
Okay. You won last week.
Nice.
Congratulations. It wasn't even close, by the way.
Well, you had Cousins.
You had Murray, who was actually better than Cousins.
Perfect.
It wasn't close at all, but I will say this. The total score that I had the week before was higher than the best possible score last week.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm that good. You want first pick or you want to give it to me?
I will defer.
I'm thinking about taking DJ Shark since he's in the A group. Amari Cooper or Kerryon Johnson, half PPR. That's going to be Kerryon for me. Like, I'm going to take the safe play. Kerryon is playing, fill me in?
Minnesota.
That's going to be a tough day for passing. I think it's a Kerryon game. Minnesota
That's
defense.
How are you not starting both?
Yeah, who are your other players? Chadwick.
Yeah, I mean, I would play both of them. So, I mean, Cooper, there is definitely the possibility that he's just out there as a decoy, but if he's playing and he's like 85% healthy, he's going to light up that secondary.
Okay. I'm not going to pick a quarterback.
Okay.
Don't
have a ton of time here.
No, the wide receivers are terrible in the A group. I haven't looked at this at all. Chris Kirk is out, right?
Yeah, Kirk.
Why does he keep making this list when he's out?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll take Larry Fitzgerald,
You
wide receiver.
Fitzy, baby.
Yeah. You like how DJ Chark's an A wide receiver this week? Like I said, it's way too high. I took out the Sunday night players as well, nice. Monday and Thursday. So he moved up from 13 to 10.
Even though I have him ranked really low, but that group is terrible, I'm going to take Kiki Kude as a C.
Yep, he's about the only good player there.
Yep, and let's go with, I'm going to take Dalvin Cook as the A.
Okay. Is Albert Wilson playing?
I don't know. I didn't see his name pop up.
Jeez, this C group is so bad. I'm just going to let you pick one of those guys for me. Let's see who else is running back. B. You know what? Give me Joe Mixon.
Okay.
I know he was a ballsy sit, but he's way better than everybody else in this group. Yep. So I think it's. Give me Frank Gore too. Dalvin Cook, James White, DeAndre Hopkins, Cortland Sutton, Cooper Johnson. All right, so you already started Sutton. So you have James White ahead of these guys. Yeah, maybe it's time for you to sit James White. Matt?
Yeah.
Not PPR, right? Like
it's
half PPR. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would still start
only
Cooper
one
and.
Yeah, sit James White.
Cooper and Kerryon over.
Good thing you came to the show, Chad, so we can help you out with this.
For sure.
Although this might be the James White breakout game because I did mention he was going to have a good game. But like I said, Cooper's the ballsy sit, right? So if you want to be ballsy about it, sit Cooper. If you want to play it more by the numbers, sit James White. But if you got the cojones, Chad, it's time to sit Cooper. Your pick.
Yeah, I am. These are really bad players this week.
Yeah, it was a really bad lineup.
Like you're picks here are bad.
In the C?
No, just in general, why you pick these players.
It's randomized, man.
You know what? I'm just going to go with one of my favorite players there. You know who that is? Mike Williams.
Mike Williams.
Out of the B
I
group.
didn't even see him there.
And you're welcome, Chad.
Yeah, as Matt said.
Yikes. I'm just going to go with... Oof.
I don't even know who I want in the A group.
I'm just going to take DJ out of the A group.
Damn it. I don't want anybody else out of the A group anymore. Actually, I want Derrick Henry. Give me Derrick Henry.
Right.
Actually, you're done the
No,
A's.
you can't do your... You can't take care of Derrick Henry.
Oh.
You got Mixon and Gore.
Oh. Wow. Give me T.Y.
T.Y.
You're done the A's though, right?
Yep.
But I'm like, please get the out of my lineup. Give me John Brown.
He's B, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay. So that's a B group. Okay.
CJ.
Yeah. Like, what is going on?
It was so bad. There was a player there where I was just like, this is like the third string running back for a team, and I couldn't believe he's in the top 60.
Great. I don't want any of these players. This is really sad. Lord.
It is 3-3 in the standings, by the way. So
Yeah.
this is a make or break week, and I'm not paying attention at all. Last week I did homework. You just copied my team and just took them all, so that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Did I order that pizza?
No, not yet.
I think I did. It was like ordering it ahead of time.
Okay. I don't like this at all. I'm taking Will Fuller.
Oh, what's wrong with you?
Because look at the rest of the names.
I didn't get a confirmation.
Also going to take... This is just awful.
Yeah, I don't think I checked out. I mean, is there a way to tell? Like, would they send me an email saying they placed an order? I don't want to duplicate.
Probably might be in your junk. So they usually go for me.
No, I usually get the Pizza Hut emails. I forgot to post start sit on Twitter.
Terrible. I don't even know. I'm trying to decide which one of these guys I want you to pick for me. I am going to make you take a B player for my flex, but there are some really bad options. There are some really bad players in that B group, which I don't like at all. But I'm going to take, he might catch a pass, Tyler Higbee.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
What?
That you took Tyler Higbee. Of all the tight ends, I mean, Mark Andrews there, George Kittle,
Delaney
Walker,
A's.
Dawson Knox. How many B's do I have? How many C's?
You cannot take a B.
Oh, I can't take Dawson Knox.
So I guess we'll just fill in CJ Uzoma.
No, I'm gonna
There you
go
with
George
Andrews.
Kittle.
Okay. In the rain.
And I'm gonna go Lamar Jackson.
You cannot take LJ.
I already have an A?
You have to take Ty. You have to take Ryan Fitzpatrick or Ryan Tannehill.
I will take Ryan Tannehill.
Okay.
And it's your pick?
It is my pick, and I have to go with a B quarterback. So that's not really a tough call. I'm going to go Cousins. And so I have to pick you a C player.
Should be pretty easy.
And we're going to
There's so much bad. You can't even pick who's the worst.
I'm going to give you CJ Ham.
I mean, that's probably the best bet.
But
if Dalvin Cook is injured this week, I am going to laugh in your face because you picked next week.
Because Madison will be the backup there.
I think they'll split it.
Okay, mate, you're going to give me a B player. I think I already know who it's going to be.
B player for you, Christian Kirk?
You can't take Christian Kirk. You know he's not playing.
It is going to be DeAndre Washington.
Wait a second. Why is he in the C and the B group?
Who?
DeAndre Washington.
No. So I guess I can't pick him.
I just saw his name both times. I was like,
I don't know how that happened.
because I was reading your C's and I saw DeAndre Washington, like whatever, and then I looked up and I was like, hey.
So I'll give you CJ process.
That's what I was gonna. Hey, we both gave ourselves CJs in the flex.
I have CJ. Oh, you have CJ Uzoma? No. There's
CJ
3
Ham.
CJs on this list.
Very
today.
bizarre.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll quickly run down the lineups here. For Ben, Tannehill, Mixon, Gore, Fitzy, T.Y., John Brown, Kittle, and C.J. Ham. Your lineup's better than mine. My lineup is Cousins, Cook, DJ, as in David Johnson, Kiki Kuti, Mike Williams, Will Fuller, Tyler Higbee, and C.J. Procyse. I'm going to pick Ben's going to win, but we never know. I need those running backs to light it up for me to have a chance. We got 3 minutes left. Anything you want to say?
Why didn't you guys tell us the sound was working the whole time, man? Not cool. I don't know why it wasn't, like, we weren't responding to it on the TV. Like, usually we hear the sound. Anyways, ballsy starts and sits coming next week. They're going to be posted on Instagram, and there's going to be, like, a reasoning behind every single one. Let's go over the ones that we had this week. Marquise Goodwin, ballsy start of the week. Auden Tate is he's actually kind of a safe kind of start. Corey Davis is a ballsy start because you're hoping Tannehill's going to have the game. Zay Jones, he's the only Oakland wide receiver left. Ballsy sits. Amari Cooper, he's not 100%. Joe Mixon, he just hasn't done, even though I just picked him in the B group, he's just so much better than all these other B guys. Aaron Rodgers also hasn't done it, and they seem to like to run the ball, or, I think they're getting almost 30 touches a game for those running backs. So, and Melvin Gordon also hasn't done it. So those are the ballsy sits of the week. That's going to wrap it up. Matt, anything you want to add?
Thanks for watching, guys.